Welcome, everybody. John Zegar. Good afternoon. How is everyone on a Saturday afternoon? 3:38 eastern slope of Colorado. Overcast and intermittent rain right now here. Feels pretty good. I don't know what the temperature is. I'm sure it's in 70s somewhere, but I don't know what the temperature is. It's nice. It's very comfortable. Had a pretty productive day, running kind of late as usual again, but got up this morning and did my first YouTube video in some time, all on neuroscience and self-healing, of course, and it turned out really, really well. I was pretty happy with it. I hope I can get, I'm trying to get 1,000 people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, John Zegar. And then you'll see all of my podcasts. You'll see all my YouTube videos. And just hit the subscribe button, and that little bell thing that lets you know when something new is coming up. I'm putting stuff out every day, so there'll be something new every day to listen to. This time I'm changing a few things just so that I can increase the number of people that listen, and I am open for suggestions for people that want to hear certain topics in neuroscience. So anyway, I did that this morning. Did my blog. And this is my podcast. Everything comes up on iHeartRadio. Everything comes up on YouTube. Everything's on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. Gosh darn, Spreaker.com. Please go to the website, johnzager.com. There's a lot of stuff going on over there every day. And so you can listen to my podcasts, which is what I'm doing right now. You can watch my YouTube videos every day. And you can read my blogs. So hopefully this will be a different journey than it was a couple years ago when I tried to tackle it before. But you know what? The podcast today is kind of a good one. I wanted to talk today about why things may not manifest for you. There's a fair amount of discussion on the internet and in various groups about having intentions and not having the manifestation of their wishes and desires happen. And I kind of wanted to touch on that and maybe offer a little direction, advice, and suggestion for how you might have that happen more regularly in your life. I'm drinking iced coffee. Actually, the coffee is from this morning. I've been working on this cup all day long. Started off when it was hot, and then it cooled down. And as the day has progressed, I've decided to just throw a bunch of ice in. Thinking about the past event or events or emotions or thoughts that transpired back then, right? And where does that lead you to as you go down that road? It just, what's the best way to say it? It projects your future, which is going to be more of that emotional trauma that you experienced in the past. So your future doesn't look real bright, yeah? So most of your life, and this is science, research, 70% of the time people are in a state of stress. Okay? You use the example, Joe uses different examples similar to this, and Bruce does the same thing. When you're being chased by a tiger, you're not exactly in a position to design your life, design your future, fulfill your intentions, manifest anything regarding wishes and desires, because you're in survival. You're trying to get away. You're trying to stay alive. You're trying to hide. Whatever the case might be, your attention is not on designing a future. So I'm pretty sure if you're listening to me, you're fairly knowledgeable about that particular bit of information, or I hope you are. If you've been working this program for any length of time, you certainly would know that information, right? Okay. And I guess as I've been reading, I should back up a minute. There's a fair amount of people that are coming into the program every single day. I read under the students and under the stream group and another group or two where people are just saying, thank you for allowing me to be in this group. And again, we're happy to have you. We want you to self-heal. We want you to learn how to self-heal. We want you to downregulate the genes that have any kind of disease, illness, sickness, trauma, and or emotional difficulties and trauma, from depression to anxiety to whatever. We want you to downregulate those genes. We want you in the group. We want you to be a part of, Dr. Joe's students. We want you to do that. And further, the third thing is always just the life struggles that we all have. What was the name of that group back when I was doing clinical stuff? We had the 12 steps, AA, NA, and the third one was, it was a group that everybody went to regardless of whether you had drugs, alcohol, or other kinds of addictive behavior. Life skills group. It was just about, if you have difficulties in your life, relationships, work, money, fixing things, automobiles that don't run. It was a great group. I enjoyed going to that an awful lot, because they didn't only talk about, your compulsive behavior, but they talked about the difficulties that we have, right? Just living life. Actually, you know what? They don't have that group in I'm on the eastern slope, just a little bit north of Denver. And I'm pretty active in all of the goings-on around this part of the country, and for that matter, the country. And Guide for Living. There it is. I'm going to write this down, you guys. Guide for Living. Guide for Living. And I might just start that group back up. We used to hold it over at the library, and it was on, I think it was every Tuesday for sure, like at 7 o'clock in the evening. And that was great because it was just about life skill things that we we're not handling well or doing right, or having difficulties and added stress and burden, and just compounding problems in our life. And Guide for Living, that's the name of the group. Look it up, you guys. Whoever's listening to me, when we're done here, I'm not going to go real long, but in a few more minutes or so, go look it up and find out where the closest group is for you to attend. And just go. Just go. You don't have to be an alcoholic or a drug addict or have compulsive behaviors. Hell, we all do. But it's just about life and how difficult life sometimes is. As science says, 70% of our day is living in stress, which really it's probably 90% of the day we're living in stress. Okay, so the other part of the podcast, I got distracted by myself. I apologize. So if you're in the past or in the future, right, you're unable to manifest anything. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You can have the best of intentions, and it's just not going to happen. And again, I'm not. I guess I'd been doing clinical psychology for, I don't know, 43 years or some gosh darn thing like that. So all this stuff is pretty old hat to me, although it's pretty trendy today. Dr. Joe and Bruce and those kinds of people have really put it back, up on top where everybody can see it and everybody wants to be a part of it and join it. And they want to learn how to self-heal. So part of it is a tool that we use is meditation. And what we do in meditation is we, come up with intentions. And hopefully we have wishes and desires in designing our future, right? Guess what? Why do you think he says, stay present? Stay present. So as soon as our mind, our thinking stays present in the eternal now, okay, we're now not in the past, not in the future with projections from the past. We're not in a state of stress and survival. And we're able to be creative. Okay? And when we're able to be creative, we're able to manifest our wishes and desires. So here's the little, and I hope you guys do this already. I mean, good golly, please, I hope you're already doing this kind of stuff. But take a day, take tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, Father's Day, I guess. And it's a good day for this. Try to stay present all day long. Number one, your dad or your husband or your grandfather or whoever the male is in your life, is going to really appreciate you staying present, because that's sort of showing, respect to him, whoever he is in your life. And that's a good thing. It also keeps you out of stress and out of living in survival. You're able to enjoy the day minute by minute, right? You're able to interpret everything that's going on in your life, say like tomorrow, if you're going to work and focus on that. Now, we're not perfect, right? We're just not perfect. So when in the course of you're able to stay present again for a long enough period of time, right? So tomorrow, that's your job. That's your job. We're not going to try to manifest anything tomorrow. We're not going to set an intention and have something manifest. We're just way too early for that. Now, for those of you, and I know there's quite a few people that are probably listening that are very, very proficient at this, go ahead, have fun and manifest away. But for the majority of us, it's going to be a day of acquiring this skill. As he says, learning how to hit the sweet spot on a tennis ball or golf ball. It's an acquired skill. And I want you to practice staying present. That make sense? Okay. So I hope everybody has a good day today. It looks like I'm getting ready to go out again. It's the rain has stopped and there's some more errands and things I need to do, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope this weekend turns out to be good for all of us. And I hope you all enjoy Father's Day very much. God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.